Hey, hello, welcome back to another one of my videos. Hope you're doing very well. I'm back with Scene Investigators. I've missed it, I'll be honest. I really enjoyed the missing case file. We did the 4th floor one on YouTube videos, and then missing were the ones that I live streamed. So my plan, this is just a one case, 2 stars, so I'm a bit intimidated, but I'm hoping that'll unlock that one and that I can stream that one. So, there's a chance I might stream tonight. In which case, if you see the stream, you'll see this question mark one without seeing Bloodbath. So I won't say anything about the Bloodbath. Will I? I'm getting so confused. Doesn't matter. They're not linked. Like the video. Just shut me up. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to need it because it's 2 stars. A typically noisy detective's office becomes chillingly silent. The officers had not returned any calls and there was no response on comms. Can you figure out what happened to the colored detective office? I mean, this is a bit mad. A little bit mad. Have I got any documents? No. Should we see the questions? No, I won't. You can probably pause and look at it, but I'm not going to look at it. I want to take in what's going on and then see what the questions are, because sometimes the questions can be quite... Whoa! I'm so sorry. What a massive lag spike there. Sometimes the questions can kind of give away a little bit what's going on. So we got a couple of wanted people. We got a wanted for a homicide kidnapping. Got wanted for an armed robbery and assault. And then we got some things to read. So, General Department notice. Keep your issued sidearm on you at all times. Please do not leave it behind for someone else to mess with. You will share the blame. Please keep other standard issue equipment in your locker or vehicle. We don't expect you to carry your rifle or shotgun on you 24/7. The fact that I had to say this is disheartening, given that Jim had neither sidearm nor primary on him at the time of the Main Street shootout 2 weeks ago. Means that self-preservation must be recommended and enforced. Had Harry not been there, we would have lost a good man. Please apply yourself as your job requires. Okay, so that's potentially giving a lot of people like suspect now because everyone's got a firearm on them basically. Today's morning and noon shift. 6:30 Nakamura to unlock our squad racks in equipment room and unlock doors. 7 bolts to meet with department head. 7:30 Baker to come in and finish report before additional meeting. 8 donuts coming in hot. Jimmy from 2 offices over is supplying today. 9:30 morning announcement on the PA. 20 to 10 Snyder and Bolt to talk with department head. 10:20 expected call later today to Bolt from HR. 11:35 escort of prisoner 1 and 2 to respective interrogation cells. Transfer of keys to Snyder. 4:12 the questioning of the prisoners. Switch at 12:45. 1:45 lunch break. Harry in charge of watching over the prisoners. Lunch break is over an hour later. 10:03 Baker meeting with department head. 3 o'clock reacquired equipment check over by Bolts. 3:15 Bolts reconfirm with department head about required equipment. And 3:30 Baker is officially on paid leave. Please refer to Snyder for respective cases. Refer to late noon and evening and night shift for other stuffs. And dinner celebration at the public library, September 29th, 6:30. Colour just hit 23,000. Okay, so the town of Colour. We're almost at 25k for our own town's population. Sun County is now nearing 800k. You're invited to a small dinner celebration at the library. Invite your neighbours, co-workers, even the whole family. And then another notice, we've had a number of recent complaints about drinking occurring throughout the offices. Due to the current influx of these complaints, we will address our stance here. Do not drink during work hours. Drinking is an adequate manner to alleviate the stresses felt doing this job. We understand this and we will refuse any manner of taking that away from you. However, during work hours, we ask you to remain sober. Drinking inside the office is perfectly okay during lunch hours or off time. What? You're allowed to drink on your lunch? If anyone is caught drinking during hours, they will have a strike on their record. If one's work is determined to have taken a dip in productivity and we discover the consumption of alcohol as the cause, a strike will be placed on their record. Do good out there. That is mental. If you even... I imagine if you even like smell remotely like alcohol, you would just be fired. But As Childish Gambino says, this is America. So yeah, so I guess we are just going to go cubby by cubby. 23rd of September, morning stroll, buy more drinks from Walmart. Whoa, there's a lot. 22nd of September, Harry asked for papers again. Find them. Need new bag of wrappers, already out. 21st of September, withdraw from bank before coming to office. 20th, I'm supplying office donuts today. So we'll know who that is. Used $20 found yesterday. Morning walk, 10:30ish. Paperwork for the rest of the day. Check with bank in the morning before office. Morning walk, 10:30. Okay, so if you're supplying the donuts today, you would be Jimmy. But that says Jimmy from 2 offices over is supplying them, so it is not the 20th of September today, is it? Is it? Doesn't say the date. I'm assuming it's not. Oh. No, it's the 25th of September. Okay. 1st of September, new medication today. Not like the old stuff I was using. It's got a bit more of a kick to it. I know my doctor told me to likely avoid this if I'm on anything else, but he said it was a great alternative if I start to notice a dip in the other medicine. Okay, and then the next day it seems to be doing fine. I don't notice any difference just yet, but it gets the job done. My headache is still there though. Next day, well, I don't feel so weird anymore. I think that's good. Next day, so far so good. The headaches are just dull. And then I think it's just another fine day. The whispering stopped. Interesting. Thumbs up for this stuff. 6th. 7th. It's only been a week, but I can say that this has got the job done just fine. My headaches are still there, but they hardly compare with the normal ones. 8th. My trial amount ran out today. Bought some pain reliever to help the layover until I can get another bottle in 2 days. I don't know why they always have to drip feed the amount. The 9th. This is a daily journal. Oh no. Ignore me, it skips a day after this one. I almost collapsed when I finally got the stuff yesterday. It's a fast actor, however. Came in a little late though, so I could get worse stuff to quiet down. And now it's completely normal again. Scratching a little to make sure I can pay for this next time. Because it works 100%. Is he getting this illegally? It is hampering my other expenses, however. Nothing on the 13th. On the 14th, almost had an issue. Didn't take one as an experiment yesterday. I think even by the end of the day, Baker was a little concerned. Feels good, no issues to report. You know, I think that the prior medicine was just putting me off. You could tell me green men had taken over the government and I would have bought it. All good. Had to buy another bottle in the morning, completely out of money though. Going to have to start a second job or something to help pay for my issues. Thumbs up again. I can't find the medicine. I left it in my car and now it's gone. I've been doing fine for the most part. I need to find it again. At least before my issues crop up again. My headaches have already returned. I just don't want to hear the voices. Ooh. Not good, is it? There's a lot of evidence, right? Ooh. A lot of rooms, a lot of evidence. Alright, let's just work left to right. We have an empty planner. Okay. If I drop down. Oh. They're watching. Interesting. Nothing under there. Composition book. Ah. Darren Nakamura. Question mark, September 1998. I forgot my wallet today at home. I couldn't enter the office until Richard opened the door for me. I wish I had him as a partner. He never complains. He's just quiet and gets things done. He next to never talks at all. At least I can't remember any time off the top of my head. Harry's quiet, but in a way that makes you worry from time to time, especially when he's really drunk. 13th. Cannot pay off my rent this month. Need money real soon, like hella soon. Mike doesn't have a kind shred in his heart. Was an ass about lunch the other day too. 18th. The fat tub of lard came in panting today during lunch. I told him to try using pig insulin instead. He spat at me. I don't really care. He tried to jip me again. Thought him getting offended might make him think about my situation and how he might be able to relate, but it obviously didn't work. Richard walked in today. He just stared at my poster for a bit before leaving. Maybe I can talk to him and see if he'll back me up and get our entire office upgraded. I've been wanting that gun for a while now. I can just taste it. And this one's been scribbled off. Sometimes broken gun like fancy features are what I want. Beanbag, where are you? Tired money speaks. Stiff and tired. Basketball, refineries, good night. I'm really sorry, I'm still unable to find the medication. I wrote word salad in the afternoon, it seems. I'm doing better after taking my cocktail of pills. Okay, so it is the same guy. I was wondering if it's a different guy. Richard broke his gun. That's why he came in yesterday. I'll ask the chief again if we can get a special order in. I want something like my fancy baby to be standard issue. So he's already got a gun. Okay, noted. I wouldn't mind something even crazier, like the revolvers that Harry has on his walls. Oh, okay, so Harry does as well. Maybe that's going too far. I'm only worried that Harry would get one of these suckers. He's already a kill shot or one of the pea shooters. I got pulled in by the chief today. He asked me about Harry. Seems like they're just doing a general evaluation. I answered pretty casually. They asked if I knew about any evidence going missing recently. I'm able to say confidently that it wasn't Harry. I've only seen him party hard with booze anyways. I now think I'm seeing a unique pattern in the rug. It helped me clear my head and think about certain people. Still, the medicine's gone. I don't like thinking like this. My headaches are back in full swing. They took Harry out of our case. They put in Michael Snyder. I hate that man. I cannot accept this. I refuse to ever work with him again, and I will force them to realise this. Somebody will understand. He's been cruel in some stuff recently too. Keeps making jokes about issues that the others still haven't clued in on. If he makes another one of those jokes, I'm going to blow a casket. I hate him so much, and the position I'm in makes me feel like shit. Interesting. I wonder if Michael Snyder is the one that's died. So I forgot that this is a two-cubby office. But all these things, yeah, this is Darren Nakamura with the crazy stuff. Oh, there's more here. Order new belt. Buy new VHS player. Doc says ×2. That'll be for the meds. Fridge empty. Smith, get gift for wedding. Okay. That's a pen. There's a Josh Taylor missing. No. Yeah, body found by... No. Found in abandoned farmland. In a shallow pit. Body estimated to have been deceased for around 3 years. Only injury is a bullet hole in the back of the head. Possible kidnapping given that the child had been missing for a total of 6 years. Unlikely to be related to the ongoing Paynes Creek murders. So that's cool because, like I said, they made a game before this called the Paynes Creek Killings. Again, let me know if you want to see me play that. I am quite intrigued to see what that's like. MO is different. Keep an open mind though. Blah, blah, blah. So Harry has the photo I took. What? Written down. Smith wonders if Mike still has Christmas CD. Okay. 9 hours for photo lab. Don't call. Local school, no record for issues with kids. He loves a sticky note, this man. Call that number. She can help with Dara Dara. That is sus. Ralph, wait till Thursday. Keep saying hello. Package should have come soon. Call Jeannie about order. Dorian High School's number. See if Judge V can get back. Legal advice for Harry's inspection. Can't block him anymore. Call Robert to look at car. See if tires are all ready. Call Valentine about Judge's health. Look at all these sticky notes. This is insane. Oh, okay, so see if Judge V can get back on warrant. Harry can be trusted. Don't answer calls today. Ask Harry about Jay's case. Harry wants answers yesterday, right? Barbecue next week. Smith says we need to call back. Open today. Meet with Philip at 11ish with Piggy. Smith says hello. Get warrant for Mark on 4th Street. Call state to request files for case, whatever. They're open between 9 and 5 right now. Meet with Susan at 6ish. Rich will be there to intro proper. Chicken place opened up. Invite Rich. These will be his pills. for late onset schizophrenia. Interesting. So that shows us that it's September 25th. Was there anything else apart from those sticky notes? I don't think there was. A new gun in town. Average drowning time? Question mark? Summons for next month. Get a refill. As in on the first aid kits. The first aid kit's not full. Okay. Is that everything for that room? No. 5 out of 11. For Nakamura's cubicle. Ask Ruby about Mum. New coffee filters. Okay, State of Nevada, Office of the Attorney General to certify that Darren Nakamura has completed the Nevada Peace Officer Basic Training Program. Got Bachelor's in Science of Criminal Justice. Still 4 things in here. What on earth is there 4 things in here? Okay. Breaking Easter morn's sacred silence, a shootout occurred after inmate escaped prison. So yesterday, as the sun peaked beyond the valley's silent Guardian Mountains, gunfire poured over Detective Darren Nakamura's head. As our town was gathering to pray and observe this Easter Sunday, Nakamura was praying for his own life as he defended ours. His partner, Detective Baker, was away on assignment in Bindless City and Darren was all alone. An escapee from Sun City Detention Center, Adam McDaniel, was running rampant on our streets before he was fatally shot by our brave detective. Nakamura had been on McDaniel's trail for over 2 days, sniffing every plausible rat hole the man was known to be familiar with. It was on the eve of Easter Sunday that Nakamura found out that McDaniel knew a friend here in Kula, an old one from a high school in Glendale. Upon cluing in, he began the hunt proper. Laying low and watching from afar, our detective began to try to understand how to best proceed. State officials were called in to help, but they were still hours away when the fugitive burst from his friend's home. Curiously watching as McDaniel jumped into a green sedan, Nakamura wondered about the friend. The door was left ajar for 20 minutes before he approached. Discovered Prefler dead from an apparent gunshot wound. It was then that Nakamura knew he'd have to pursue with no help or backup. He'd have to stop the killer before any other issue ensued. Tearing about, Nakamura looked high and low for the stolen vehicle. It was at the corner of Flint and 9th that he sighted the sedan. Second, a flurry of gunfire erupted from the sedan's back. McDaniel exited and began to flee. Nakamura gave chase. With the grace of a trained professional, he was able to cripple the fugitive with a shot to the leg. A proper shootout began with this, and Nakamura was forced to retreat for cover, but after agonizing minutes, the shot came less and less. The detective was then able to get a shot in and kill McDaniel. State officials have still closed off the corner of Mr. Prefler's house until all evidence has been properly collected. Nakamura has been given some time off as the case proceeds. But with that time off, we hope he knows he did our town a great service. April the 1st. And what was the reference made on here? Given that Jim had neither sidearm nor primary on him at the time of the Main Street shootout 2 weeks ago. Oh, 2 weeks ago. 8th of October, 96. Huh? And why is this? July 98. That's... Eh. 91. Okay. Okay. A bit confused by the times, but sure. Jay claims was Macmillan. Right, I haven't found 3 things in here apparently, but I'm gonna move on. Right, 2 seconds. Okay. So, the missing person, keep the road safe. I don't know whose this is. I guess we're about to find out, won't we? Because it'll be someone else's cubicle. We found. So, Richard's cubicle. Richard bolts. And context of Richard was... they say something? Richard walked in today, just stared at my poster for a bit before leaving. Maybe I can talk to him and see if he'll back me up good. And our entire office can be upgraded to the new gun. Richard opened the door to me. I wish I had him as a partner. Okay, so he likes Richard. So I'm going to base this now just because Nakamura is the first person I've spoken to and he's in the paper. I'm going to base it on him. So he likes Richard. Richard's a good man. He's good people. And the badge. What a lad, look at him. Highway Patroller of the Year. We're overjoyed that the city of Brindle has been able to rise again and claim 2 of the 3 annual awards that our state hands out. Hired as a cadet after graduating a rigorous civilian course back in the summer of '73, he was noted as the quickest in his class and as the one with the most leadership potential by the instructor. He's been noted to work as part of patrol and criminal investigation before just last year joining Highway Patrol. I would like to thank my wife, my chief, and the state for being able to give me the courage and fortitude to do my job. Well done, you. Susan Bolts. That'll be his wife. Payday and loans. Susan. What if that's been referenced? Sticky note wasn't speak to Susan about money, about dollar, was it? 8906. 8906. I'm smart. Okay, Nakamura bugged me today after lunch about if Susan could offer a smaller type deal. I told him that she wouldn't. He wants petty change, enough to buy fountain drinks and ramen probably. Susan already expressed that she wasn't interested unless he had enough to pay off his already late rental charges and then some. I told him to just harass Mike for some change, if it's just for snacks and shit like that. I mean, he's always got cash just lying around. I know might not help, given his dislike for the guy, but it'd be worth a try. Nakamura just turned and left. Seems like that put him into one of his moods. It's been a long day. There's just been so much going on in our recent case. Both Mike and I hit the motherlode. This is the holy witness we've been waiting for. He's going to break the entire case against Carl Tristan. From here, notes we can read... From her notes, we can read that the 11 kilograms of DDP-39 that the company was transporting was switched out at the last second for another trucker. Tristan didn't mishandle the insider stuff. He was either set up or a very unfortunate victim of pure coincidence. Oh. Whatever it is, this is evidence enough for us to pull this out of the fridge and grab any warrants that we'll need. I just need Baker to not keel over and die. I found him on the corner of Swiss and Baker's this morning. He was a complete wreck. Dragged him here in the car. He's a liability right now. That evidence for his case a few weeks back went missing. Was he pissed? I'm 90% sure he just partied all night. Ooh, with the final portion of it. That's going to be money. The evidence for his case a few weeks back went missing. It'll be money because I'm 90% he just partied all night with the final portion of it. Nakamura may be the largest hiring blunder we had in the last decade. Damn, but if Harry doesn't shape up and stop running afoul, then even Nakamura may seem like a decent partner. And if this goes on just a little more, we'll have to really confront him. Note, have the backseat washed before the party next week. Why is this in green? Or is it just my eyes? September 18th. I'd rather that Nakamura and Mike not constantly try and get in each other's way. The bickering is constant on most normal days. They're often testy after their individual morning walks. I think they likely run into each other and fight. Today's exactly one of those days. They came back in at the same time and were complaining about something that I care little to understand. I really did try and ease the tension, but Mike was playing hard ass. Hell, it got to the point that Nakamura got quiet. Set Mike off and he understood to shut up. Baker just watched the entire show. He was waxing his swords. He gets some type of sick pleasure watching all this, I can feel it. Nakamura's the nutcase, then Baker is the lost cause. I got to meet him today. He looked healthy. Seems fine. He's unusually well for someone in his shoes. Rather kind for someone who's had all their stuff taken from them. The bank literally got rid of all his possessions. His health is good and he's shown no signs of a relapse from his prior issues. Baker was yanked from his case this morning. Mike is now in charge of the questioning of Philip Clements tomorrow, so he may join me a little later with Carl. From what I've heard, the man's just going to get some potentially heavy charges, but they're also offering a massive deal if he happens to just babble long enough about his friends out in the streets. I don't think Mike is very excited. I think he respected Baker enough that he's peeved at all this. He never liked Darren since he fudged the big case last year. Those two together will be messy. Baker was passive, a little too passive. He immediately ordered a plane ticket over the phone. Lots of mumbling. He's been acting off since his last shootout. Okay, a lot of information. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, a lot of information to take in. I get that. Laws and regulations of the state of Nevada. So highlighted, which is the clue, is alcoholism. An addiction to the consumption of alcoholic liquor or the mental illness and compulsive behavior resulting from alcohol dependency. This must be properly observed for a set amount of time before action may be used against the offending officer. Interesting that that's been highlighted. There's ammo. Empty ammo? For a wilder gun? Is that the same as the poster? No. Interesting. Up and down. Planner. You have planners in school? There's fucking sanctions in these planners. 8:30. Check over file reports about case. Gun range. Meet with 2 new witnesses for case 2. Report about meeting yesterday and meeting today, and then just lunch. Open office in the morning with Mike. Open all equipment lockers. Call witness number 3 for case 1. General meeting in office. 204A. Shopping for office. Request new firearm. Turn keys over to Nakamura. Open up for the morning. Nakamura today, not me. Keys already given. Meet with Carl Tristan. Mike's going to join a little late. Lunch. Report about meeting yesterday and meeting today. Meet with Chief, likely about recent issues and new employees. Some small dinner with Nakamura and Susan. She's asking if I can buy more potato salad. Okay. Ah, their notebook. Write recommendations for Mendoza. Fackner needs report. Morning Road incident 1972 lookup. Paul Mary from SCPD has to fax report. Fax Chief weekly breakdown. Fax Judge K with paperwork. Judge V's deck still hasn't faxed. Mike wants oval tree. Average gunfight too short for Sun City running killer cases. Did it maybe 2 people this time? Wrong about the call. The bond amount was right. I have no idea what's going on. Overall, kids shattered Harry's rear view. Get another replacement. We need to do school tour next week. Tell Mike and Nakamura to clean cubicles. Second VHS found by Marty. Retrieve. Mike needs evidence right up soon. 1 hour 37-minute vid. Recommend check over with SCLL. Mortimer hit last week could be related to Team Biker Gang. Stocks for BLRQ rose to... Yeah, right. Ask Arthur about investing in those things. Todd's father was home during murder? What's different pen colours? Secretary says not able to meet. Do a background check on Harry. I wonder if each colour is linked to a certain thing. Susan needs business cards. Judge K wakes at 9. Don't disturb sleep. Dog. Chief wants the desert motel right up tomorrow. Get Harry's report on gas station theft. Stefan Gold. Oh, what? Oh, excuse me. Tell Susan after interrogation. Stefan Gold needs 25k. Janitor said that one of the clocks is now behind. Make sure to buy a new one. Maybe batteries are low. Ask Harry if he needs more time to see if he can fix my gun. There's a lot of information in there. Some of it concerning, saying that someone needs a large amount of money. Then other stuff is just mundane. What about in here? 8 out of 9. Oh. There we go. Richard Bolts. Okay. So Richard's done. That's all nothing. So we've got 2 more cubicles left. Mike's cubicle and Harry's cubicle. Lots of sticky notes. Send $300 to repair shop. Buy oval tree. Ah, cleaning a gun. What was the thing in here? Might be Harry's. I'm going to predict it's Harry. So Harry's is the one at the top. Let me find something evidential so it ticks something off. Look into Trent Brown. Arm movement is impossible. Upper arm shouldn't move. Use mix it. Figure out pH level for evidence from county. Make case to chief. Come on, I've got to find something evidential. There we go. And is it Harry's? No, it's Mike's. Okay, so his diary. August. Baker just broke his 2-month separation from booze. Drank through most of his fridge the other day. He gave me a bottle as long as I kept him company. I was glad enough to do so. I think Clara would like him, but he's too offensive to have around the kids. Oh, I need a coffee, man. August 28th. Hand that new folder to Dick tomorrow. He's authorizing something for case 2. Sounds like we have someone who's coming in to talk. Note, have enough money on the side now to buy Clara that nice dress. Downforth, Baker keeps laughing each time I ask the guys to grab donuts. I think his frustration's starting to bleed through. His last case hasn't had a breakthrough because Naka keeps dragging his feet, and since Baker himself is actually forced to stay in here. November 6th, grab Carl Kristen for questioning from NLSJ. We may have had a break. Bits of evidence that should have been brought forward a decade ago. Also, don't trust Nakamura until you know that he actually has his wallet on him. He keeps muttering how it's not his fault when he's asking for something he cannot pay for. I'm not a charity. Sometimes we fail the right people. Look at the stuff we have. Tristan should be a free man. He's been left behind and lost a decade and a half of his life. Oof, gone. We're going to try and get somebody just above to hear us out. It'll take time, but he can handle it. He's a tough soul. Now $50 for the entire package. It's not like there's much in there in the first place. The thing is always light as a damp feather. Disgusting, shitty, slimy, shady. They know I need it, and they're going to ride me for every penny. This isn't something recreational, for crying out loud. My life actually depends on this. Interesting. So he needs medication as well, by the sounds of it. I had a good laugh when I went with Baker and Nakamura for lunch. Baker barely smiled, but I think he liked being out of the office. Nakamura just nodded a lot. Acts like he can actually follow a discussion. Stupid moron, like a dog or something. I made him pay for the lunch. I ain't paying after he stiffed me last week. I went shooting with Dick today. His standard carry broke. If only I could get the security video feed for that. I'd been pestering him about requesting a new one the other week. I think I'll be able to have a good rapport with Phil. Seems like he's grown in the area. He was arrested with our team's hockey jersey on. Also like 30 pounds of marijuana. Seems to be a decent guy from his wife and brother's statements. Just down on his luck. He's also using a little of what he was dealing. That's rule number 1, just don't touch what you sell. It always makes things harder. But at least I have a few jokes that I think he'll be able to laugh at. I just have to make sure Nakamura doesn't screw with this. He needs to keep quiet when I'm trying to connect with Phil. We're not doing any sort of act. We're keeping everything straight. So why do you want a good rapport with someone that they've locked up by the sounds of it? Having loads of cannabis. Full person of interest number 3, 9, and 2 for Frank's case. Well, Sergeant Grady about serving. Sergeant Grady's escorting Phil. Get Samantha to look at the license plates for A69F7. Another call from a lady in Glendale. Another case from SCPD about 1991 murder. She's masking her voice. She's changed her number 2 times now. So is this not to interact with anything? It's just to see what he's got. Money, some chocolate. Strict regulations on meat between Jenny and Ben about Judy. I have no idea what's going on. She's asking for me to look into Payne's Creek. I mean, that is cool. If it's going to link into their other game. Clara needs to bank a call. Bank teller, Martin, rough voice. Facts for Roger. Money stolen from Roger. Maybe was fratricide. Is it counting the tickets I do? No. As it is for Nakamura. Reassure Grady on processing. We'll be doing patrol next week. Get Dick to write a report. Harry stuff in lockup, tell Rich. Statement from Hoodie Kid contradicts. Frank Windle shattered neck bones and 3 ribs. 1990 March 3rd. Anything else? Oh. Post-it notes 1 of 4. Are you joking? 1 of 4? you high? I'll keep going, why not? Ice skates, can they feasibly pierce bone? Draw up sheets for ship layout. I'm not counting any of these. 1 of 6. What am I doing wrong? Just stuff like this. Criminal justice. Private investigator. Michael Jonathan Snyder. I've clicked so many sticky notes. What are they on about? Penny wants a chef outfit. Rose wants to be Chunky Rat. Jonathan wants doctor's outfit for Halloween. Buy more red pens. Clara's B-Day next month. Do not forget. Okay, I'm going to come out. Add. There's the bullet holes. There's the dead body. There's a gun. In appreciation of your many years of dedicated service and to your talent as a vet, we salute you. But this is Harry. Interesting. There is a revolver missing. And another gun missing. Oh, we'll go right to left. He's in the clear. Act the tip. Oh. Oh yeah, because he was going to fix someone's gun. What he's doing with these Q-tips and stuff. What else we got? What else we got? Get more floppies. I've never seen people use sticky notes so much. Judge R has given clear. K6 paper signed. I don't think I'm going to get this one. Jill was murdered here, but his body was found in Drint. Mr. Grant was questioned lightly due to being cousins of victim number something. He's currently not suspected of anything. Desired knowledge of victim something and suspect something. Only real physical tie to case is his car resembled eyewitness description of car, make and model. However, his colour does not match. Okay, Judge K still sick. Call the mother. The mum isn't talking. See if Jim in postal can get package to slip in. Maybe buy bigger object and sneak it inside that. Miss Jose still won't talk. Send flowers. Get plane ticket. Plane leaves tomorrow. School says call back tomorrow. School says call back tomorrow. Ask Anne if he can make the call. Call her back next week. Mum's name is Jasmine. Mum's number, I've probably done that backwards, but... And what? Kid's name was Peter Jose. Friend says Peter had issues. Pastor says kid had no issues. Only direct evidence sub for now. Tried to send the package now from 3 different places, but they keep voiding the stuff. I even tried to just pay the guy to look the other way. Cannot send it. We rounded up a few of the downtown kids tonight. They were taking pot shots with their BB guns. Darren told me to cool down again. Shot out my rearview mirror. Still can't send the package out. At this point, Kyle will never get it. I hope he can understand. I've tried real hard this time to get things in order. I had to shoot a guy tonight. I'm going to the bar, or maybe I'll just roll about downtown and stare at the lights. I'm sorry, I had to shoot someone again. Twice this week now. I'm sorry, it was a teen this time. And they started to write on August 20th, but didn't. Chief woke me up at my desk this morning. He asked me a day or two ago if he should be worried. Told him I was running okay. Don't like office duty. There will probably be another month for this. I need help. I need to get out of here. All I do now is drink and write papers. There's nothing here. I still haven't talked to Kyle. And I'm stuck here doing these goddamn papers. And now I can only listen to Darren complain about things. Chief told me I cannot drink anymore in the office. It's affecting me. Bullshit. It's the only thing that can help me right now. I'm going to go crazy. I've been really testy again. I need to go to the bar, but I cannot do it right now. I need to be clean, even if only for just another few days. I don't want it to end like it did last time. The only good thing is now I can go do what I want. My flight leaves tomorrow morning. I ain't staying around here. I need to meet with him face to face. Interesting. So who's Kyle? Probably seen the name Kyle already. I'm sorry. There's been so many names thrown at me. 6 of 13, apparently. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Kyle. I hope that you enjoy turning 15. Okay, it's his son. I know your mother likely threw a great party. I hope you had a good time with your friends. So this hasn't been sent. I'm sorry that I missed your birthday. I had tickets, but there was a last-minute incident over here that I have to take care of. Next time I promise to be there. I'm sorry. I hope this gift reaches you in time and you can enjoy it. I may not always be there, and the past 15 years makes that evident, but I want to pass this on to you as it was given to me. This has been in our family for many, many generations now, and it belonged to your great-great-grandfather, Bartholomew Baker. I would hope that you can use this as an inspiration and to pass on eventually to your own children. I may not be there, but our family is. Okay. That answers that question. Got lots of ammo. Can't open those drawers. Can't open that bin. Well, I don't know what else I'm meant to interact with in here. 7 of 13, apparently. I see that. And I see that. And I see that. Okay, no, I don't see those. But okay, gunshot there. Shot to the heart and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. Oh my god. I'm gonna... What is in the package by the exit? Was the gun the killer using standard issue? Who died by the office doorway? That's the thing behind us now. Who was the dirty cop? How many people were murdered? Was Harry Baker in a reasonable state of mind, yes or no? Yes? This is Harry, isn't it? Yeah. And in his journal... Yeah. Need to be clean. I'm going to answer that straight away. Which prisoner was in interrogation room 1? Okay. Okay. Let's gather some more evidence, shall we? Look at that. Ooh. I was not expecting that. Oh, well, this is what I was reading. This page. No, I don't like the layout when it's like this, but I know you probably can't see that. Can I close and zoom? Yes. So that was what I was reading out to you. This is Sam Grant. I don't even know what the crime is that they're interviewing people about. I'm going to go to the next one. Ella Morsk. Oh, and Harry... Okay, yeah, so Harry Baker. Mrs. Morsk was brought in due to relation to witness number 2, sister. Current concern of reliability of witness number 2's testimony from 1987. Sister was able to confirm suspicions about the testimony. Someone gave testimony in 87. And they were sus about it. Next one. Scott Bayer. Scott has now been questioned 3 times prior. Each time his testimony is made unlikely due to further witness references. He's the second suspect. Not able to arrest him yet, but he's a perfect fit so far. His only out was that his job times checked out back then. We had severe issues when a friend of a friend came forward after sitting on info for 5 years. This person only came forward after Mike found a gun, evidence 129, on this person during a traffic. On me. Issue is that this man could only have gotten the firearm from Scott. Just post to Scott's time for the impersonation. Oh, sorry. Sandra Trent. I keep doing that, I'm so sorry. Drunk. Ms. Trent is only being interviewed by this unit due to the recent pending charges against her, re-permitting us to ask about case 7366W. She was the prime suspect of the incident, but the lack of physical evidence blocked officers at the time and our own unit from ever being able to nail her. This time we've now been given a probable cause to search her property and are hoping to find anything that could have been missed in the prior search from 88. This witness report is not in relation to the current case, but only in regards to the 1988 incident. No questions was asked in regard to the bar incident. Bar incident. Harold Mason. This questioning comes in part due to Mr. Mason reaching out to us. It seems as if he's currently willing to speak due to his poor health. The last time there was any sort of interview for anyone related to the case was about a decade ago. As much as we note him as tangential, he provides us the best image of the mental mindset of his good friend and the main suspect. Okay. 1912. 72, surely. Note, the full impact of this interview is going to be sealed. Supervising officer has demanded that this be the only public out-facing record of anything related to the discussion had today. That's a bit weird. So that is Richard Boltz saying that. He has demanded that it's sealed. Suspicious. And then another one, Richard Boltz, Carly Tebas. 1947. Detective Snyder desired to re-examine Miss Tebas as part of a routine check-in with the 89 cases. Sometimes we contact McCrillen healthcare providers to see if any current persons can talk with us in regards to the Carl Tristan case, but we get no response. As Miss Tebas has moved on from working at the facility, we have interest in seeing if she can be more forthcoming. Her contract may be over, but her clauses still go on for another few years. She seems very genuine about her testimony. This one's by Snyder himself. No, it's not. Supervising detective, but interviewing a detective is Richard and Nakamura. And this is for a Simon Mead. Mr. Mead was only a child during the initial investigation of case SR. And SR is... No, it's not Carl Tristan. I don't know who that is then. His recollection of events was coloured by his perspective of, again, being a child. This interview is done in part due to the subject's current age and regular outreach process for the time it's been since the case was given to this unit. The failure of the recent tip to deliver any tangible evidence is another reason why the witnesses and people associated are being re-questioned. It is the personal belief of this detective that this testimony will be another dead end, as the testimony of Mr. Mead was just as confusing as a child as it was last time. This is Nakamura and Snyder. Bree Pinder. Mrs. Pinder is still the prime suspect in the disappearance of her child and the child of a former friend. Her child and the child of a former friend. Her various testimonies given to us throughout the years have consistently been solid enough to stop us from cuffing her on the spot. The issue for her now is the fact that her last testimony came in contradiction with one given early on. It was nothing immediate, but it was enough to know that she's slowly either losing her memory or her story isn't watertight. The point of this questioning was simply to reevaluate her and to see if she can give us even the slightest alteration to the story. That was a lot of information, and I've come away not having a clue what's going on. The evidence is sufficient. Out of order. You're out of order. Damn. 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 Mental. And loads of clues. Outline, PSA. I can't read that, I'm not going to try. Anything on this desk? No. Alright, we'll do this one first then. Why has that been blocked? You know what I mean? It's like, is it pushed up against the doors? Okay. Oh. 4 bullet casings. One has gone in from the outside. Boom. And then frail collapse, maybe. Sorry, General. God, there's a lot of bullet casings. Ronald Hawkins? Name of deceased? The life insurance form? From Melanie Hawkins as the beneficiary. Melanie Hawkins. Signed. Somewhat. Sam Grant. Well, that was in the other room, so I'm not sure that means that it was in here. Okay. Let's hit my eyes. Let's go. Oh. Damn, what the fuck did the clock ever do to you? No blood here. Well, there's a bunch more bullet casings that I've not found. A bit concerning, because there's nothing to actually click in these rooms. So this one for me, I'm going to say it early on, might be controversial, hasn't gripped me. Like the missing case file, for example. I think you're better off doing the split up into like 3 bits. Rather than your one massive... Do I have to pick up every single... I don't, do I? It's just an OCD thing to tick them off. Yeah, I don't see the point in doing like one massive one that's going to take you ages. Really? So many bullet casings. And so now I've gone to all the rooms, right? Pretty much. Don't have the answers. Is he the other side? Okay, so he's the other side of the door. Boom, boom. That's not going to be... where's that document that has all the statements? I was just reading through... Oh, it was here, wasn't it? Well, I don't know that they were all... They're not... No, these are all different dates. Oh, I hate Michael Snyder. I hate him so much. I hate him, 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 I hate him. Oh, no, clicked the wrong thing. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to know. Like, I got all the information. I'm probably just being shit, but... I don't know. How many people were murdered? Well, are you counting, like, the cases that we're investigating or just the people here? Because if it's the people here, then obviously it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who was the dirty cop? Just because that one statement said that this guy... Where's your card? Where's your card? You had a card. It was the last thing I read there. Richard. I'm going to say it's Richard just because one of those interviews it said that the supervising officer wanted everything hushed, like, not to be said. So I'm just going to put him. Who died by the office doorway? How the hell am I meant to know that? I'm going to say Harry. Ah. Due to the current state of accounting policies. Okay, so that's going to be his rifle now. His rifle's still here. No, that. Union Cavalry. What's that going to be? Is that a gun or is it a sword? I feel like cavalry is like a... well, that'll be like a sword. No? Is there a hook on the end there? Yeah. They wouldn't have had... Would they have had guns back then? I don't know. I'm going to say a sword. That's one of the questions, isn't it? Sword? Was the gun the killer using standard issue? Go no. Which prisoner was interrogation room 1? God knows. And who died by the office doorway? So which one's interrogation room 1? This one. There's one person. Have you got your name on your coffee? No. Moon Cafe. Because you're going to have... I mean, these chairs weren't even moved. How am I meant to work that out? Oh boy, I don't know. Let's submit my answers that I've got. Let's see if I've got any right. 2 out of 7. It is a sword. And he was of reasonable state of mind. Okay, so I got the easy answer. Who's the dirty cop? It's not Richard. It was standard issue. Okay. Wait, why can't I go back? Why can't I go back? Oh, I can.
Which case file would you like to tackle?
So at this point now, I'm going to read. So, we need the answer to 3, 4, 5, 7. 3. Who died by the office doorway? As previously mentioned, someone was cleaning guns in Harry Baker's office. We also wouldn't view him as the potential murderer. As mentioned in his journal, he's leaving the evening of the 25th, the day of the shooting, and would not want to ruin that. If we want to really confirm that Harry was in the office, we just need 2 things. Bolt's journal and the corkboard shift. Pardon me. As well as to pay attention to the broken clock's time. Bolt's journal mentions that Baker was taken off his case the previous day. And the shift mentions that Baker would only watch over the prisoners during lunchtime. As such, Harry had no cases and wouldn't have been participating in the interrogation. With 2 people dead in each interrogation room and only 1 seat having been used outside of the interrogation rooms, that accounts for the other 3 cops in this office. So Harry's the only one who would have died there. I thought I put Harry. I feel like I meant to put Harry, like genuinely meant to put Harry, because wrongly, I just figured he was doing the stuff in his office at that time, which I guess makes no sense, but yeah, I thought that. The Dirty Cop, this one is just reading comprehension and thoroughness, which I haven't done. You may know. If you haven't already Read Snyder's journal. Since we've mentioned them offhand, if you've read through both Bolt's journal and Nakamura's book, you might have noticed something strange. Snyder mentioned that he's getting charged $50 for something now, but he seems to have a lot of money. In fact, his desk is littered in small change bills. Yet somehow, on the salary that Nakamura is struggling on, he's supporting 3 kids despite also having some kind of medical expenses. The most suspicious mention is the sympathetic writing in the last page of Snyder's journal. Phil isn't another cop, but one of their suspects. So what is this? Yeah, where it's like it'll be easy to build a rapport with him. Snyder has way too much money for his situation, appears to be trying to cozy up with a drug dealer. Yeah, okay. Mike Snyder. That makes sense. And how many people? We'll need to explore how the crime went down. Unfortunately, I don't have enough text to do that, so I have to make this 2-parter. Oh, how many we need? So there are 6 dead people. That's what I did, but I did think that are they going to do all the victims as well? This one requires that we understand the scene of the crime. How things are arranged. Each room, containing 1 cop and 1 prisoner. And the person sitting in the Hawaiian print chair was a cop monitoring things. Harry was cleaning his guns. From Bolt's journey, we know that Boltz was supposed to handle questioning Carl Tristan, and Mike would be in charge of questioning Philip Clements, with Nakamura supporting. Let's assume that's when this happened. Before the switch, Nakamura was in the chair. Oh. Hang on. During Mike's attempt to squeeze Phil, Nakamura, who lost his meds on the night 20th of September, lost it, took the chair next to him and blocked the officer's lounge door, and then shoved a file cabinet to block the other door. I thought they would move that way. After that, he pulled his gun on Mike and shot him twice. Mike may have become alert and pulled his gun in retaliation, but only managed to fire a single shot at Nakamura. There are other casings in interrogation room 2 suggesting that Phil, who is not cuffed at this moment, dove for the gun and tried to... This is a lot of assumption. It's unclear if Nakamura had any intent to shoot him. At this point, Harry heard the gunshots and moved with his revolvers. He was unable to open the door, but he pushed it open a crack and stuck a revolver through. There should be 5 shots taken at the doorway from the position behind the desk. These shots are on the 3 in the wall under the detective officer's plaque. This is crazy. Okay, so I'll pause it here if you want to see all this madness. They're saying Nakamura's killed himself. The answer is 4. Murders. Nakamura's suicide is not murder, and a heart attack is not murder. Right. This one... kind of lost on me. Which prisoner was in interrogation room 1? The answer I need now. We actually established this earlier on, the guy who died of heart attack. Let me know if you actually could have answered those based on that information. Because for me, that did not... Excuse me? Oh, I didn't check. Oh God. Whose death do you think is the most tragic? Nakamura? I don't know. He lost his meds. Grade A. On the afternoon of September 25th, Darren Nakamura and Snyder were interrogating Philip Clements in interrogation room 2. Harry was in his office cleaning Richard Boltz's broken pistol, having just been relieved of active duty. Richard was sitting down with Carl Tristan in interrogation room 1, waiting for the other interrogation to end. Darren had not received his required dose of medicine to deal with his oncoming schizophrenia. That's Nakamura. As he sat with Snyder, a man who he already deeply hated, he heard enough jokes at what he personally believed were at his expense. He snapped and began shooting his colleague before standing and shooting the suspect in interrogation room 2. In a rage, he then stormed out, blockading the observation room. Harry Baker heard the gunshots and began to scramble to find a usable weapon in his office cubicle. Remembering that Richard was nearby, Nakamura began to walk towards the other interrogation room. As Nakamura approached the other interrogation room, Harry Baker finished loading his revolver in his office cubicle. Harry cracked the door to the observation room open and took a few shots. At this point, the clock was hit by a stray bullet, making its display its final time of 12:35. Nakamura quickly returned fire and shot numerous times back at his partner. Both Nakamura and Harry were hit, with Nakamura getting lucky and shooting Harry in a vital spot. Harry slumped in the office doorway and proceeded to bleed out. Nakamura limped over to a nearby desk and pulled out the bullet that Harry shot him with. His injuries were large enough that he knew he would die bleeding out. Nakamura then saw Richard still in interrogation room 1 with Carl Tristan, the suspect that had been falsely imprisoned. It had been 10 minutes since Nakamura began his rampage, but he was not about to calm down just yet. Remembering that Richard never truly helped him with money, and in a blind fury he stumbled to the door. Richard attempted to charge him, but he was shot in the head. After Richard fell down dead, Nakamura stumbled and collapsed against a nearby wall, sitting below a clock that Harry had accidentally shot. Carl Tristan, old and with a weak heart, began to have a heart attack and toppled to the ground. Overlooking the carnage that he created and hearing the dying breaths of Carl Tristan, Nakamura began to calm down. Surrounded by dead colleagues and former friends, he decided to take his own life before he bled out. It's estimated that he sat against the wall for 15 minutes before taking his own life. That was a mad jump.
You are now an official licensed investigator.
Thank you.
How was the exam?
It was fucking solid, that. That last one was really hard. The others were okay. I mean, I'd say hard.
Now that it's over, how do you feel?
I'll just delete my screen record, just in case it's not capturing the game as nicely. There we go. How do you feel? I want to solve some more.
Welcome to the agency. We'll see you on Monday.
Is it revealed? Did it all on my own, didn't I? God, I needed that code, that guide. Okay, so I'll skip all that.
You have a new case.
There we go. Do I really? Have a gander at it. What difficulty is it going to be? Please don't be hard.
Which
Oh,
case
fuck.
file would you like to tackle?
Oh, fucking hell. That's definitely going to be a stream one. 3-star difficulty, fuck that. But thanks for watching. Like I said, I didn't like that one as much. Still cleverly done, but yeah, you let me know what you thought if you disagree. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and you've either already watched the 3-star difficulty or not yet, but that'll be on a live stream, I think. Don't quote me. All up in the air, don't know. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video soon. Take care.